Hello and welcome back to the Limit of Adhesion. I am Sam, this is my co-host Slade joining me for the first time today. How you doing?
Morning. Doing fairly good. How about yourself?
Yeah, good, thanks. Yeah, I'm excited for this one. This is Endurance Season 2, Week 2 at Spa. Tricky track. Everybody knows it though. It's a crowd favourite, isn't it?
Always been a favorite of mine on the F1 games. I'm terrible at it on actual sims, but
Yeah, well, I mean, F1 is where it all starts though, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty foggy it looks like, so I wonder if that'll be maybe a little bit of a challenge. I don't see...
Maybe lower temperatures?
Yeah, no forecasted rain it looked like. So here's the championship standings then. Joshua Martinez after a brilliant result at Imola. Sipula, Ettridge, Hurd, Leopold, and then there's Carl Hudson in P1 for silver. Hugavine, McBuller, Murphy, Sloot, Kelly, Chan, Maxwell, Stott, that's P1 for bronze. Malarin, Miller, Lindenau, Fock, Hansel, McIntyre, Meesters, I think that's Afonso Aguirre, Vasquez, Forrester, Chris Brown, I want to say, Bond, Wardy, Parker, I'm not sure, but we'll just say Fabio, Kelly, Mitchell, Pepper, Renwick, Tomei, Cook, Aaron Jenkins, The Ledge, Sloot, Brown, Pierce, Todd. I'm not sure Patrick either. Bright, School, Dominga, Pepper, and I believe that's Stephen Greening at the bottom there. So if you want to run us through the silver standings.
So silver standings, we have Carl Hudson, and then oh my, what is this resolution? Come on.
That's Sloot.
Sorry, I'm illiterate. I'm struggling to read the second one right now because my screen resolution's terrible.
That's fine. We've already read through them. That's alright. Yeah. So
Alright.
Stott actually last race won it quite convincingly. That he did get very lucky at Imola solely because Rich should have won it. He had a drive-through. James had qualified miles up. He had a bad incident. And so here we are with Sam getting a lucky break, really, as this is the starting grid then for Spa today. Who do you have for a favourite today then?
I mean, the thing is, I'll be honest, I haven't run LOA in probably a year, but I know Tour's fast, so I'm just going to go ahead and say him. Okay,
money's on Tour. I'm going to say, I think Stephen Maxwell's going to have a good one. He, on a good day, he is definitely up there. He's qualified P18 there, so he's a little bit further down, but I think a bit of a recovery drive, he can definitely have this. As we see, is that Rich Meesters P1 for bronze? I didn't see anyone higher. That'll be good. Rich very much wanting the points here, because after that drive-through, I know he was annoyed at Imola, so he's definitely hoping to come back onto the standings.
Yeah, I can imagine. I've thrown away just about every chance at a good result I ever had in this league. So.
Yeah, I've had much the same in the past. It's always when you think you're winning. That's when the league likes to throw a spanner in the works.
Yeah, no, when we did USF, I was decent at the ovals. I was just unlucky every single time. Yeah. And I would just end up either eating a wall myself or eating another car.
Yes. Story of my life in Formula 3 as well, actually. Quite famously had a massive lead at Bathurst and threw it away because I overpushed. As you do. But yeah, so here we see the cars. They are driving just into bus stop now. It's quite a tight corner to actually go side by side behind the safety car.
Doing rolling starts through here is always an adventure.
Yeah, as always.
Especially in officials.
Yeah, definitely officials are a bit scarier than the league.
Yeah.
Nice to have people you can trust.
Oh, Long Beach rolling starts. Those are a nightmare. That is just...
Yeah. We see a flood of Acuras and Porsches at the front. That's, I mean, not a surprise really. They're both very strong cars, especially the Acura. Yeah. I mean, that thing is ridiculous at the moment.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I've always been a bit of a long-time GT3 hater.
Yep.
So, I've always thought they drive like boats.
I mean, it depends on what you're driving, right?
Let's see, which ones have I driven? I've driven the Ferrari, which I'm not particularly a fan of. The Corvette's pretty fun, I will say that, even though it's a very not competitive car. It's quite fun.
It's competitive sometimes. It has its days.
The Corvette, at least to me, out of the ones I've driven, is the only one that actually feels like it actually has any feeling in it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I like the Audi. The Audi's one of my favorites.
I haven't tried the Audi.
It's pretty aggressive. Oh, and that's a spinner in the back there.
That is a spin.
Didn't quite see who it was. And there's another one.
Oh, we got another one.
That looked like one of the McLarens, so that might have been Chris Brown. It looks like Patrick's falling down the order, and Sam Stott as well. So I wonder if there's been a little incident there.
Possibility.
Definitely. It wasn't too scrappy of a start, really, was it? I mean, they very much just fell in line. Yeah,
no, very clean. Maybe just classic lap one. Too many cars, too little space.
Yeah.
Something very unfortunate happened.
I mean, that's the nice thing about Spa, isn't it? There's a little bit more space than most, but I mean, that was No Name, wasn't it? I mean, that's quite a tight corner anyway. But nice to see a Mustang up there as well, actually.
Yeah, that's very rare.
Yeah, you don't see them up too often.
It's historically cool, but very bad GT3 car on iRacing.
Yeah. And that Sloot's chasing Meesters down. That is for the bronze P1 right there. Sloots looked like he was going for it down the outside.
Awesome.
Not going to see the rest of that battle. Oh, yes. Oh, no, that's James Pepper. So that's I believe, Rich's teammate for the season.
Yeah.
And he is...
Yeah, with the camel livery.
Yeah. Won't call them llamas this time.
Yeah, won't call them llamas this time.
Yeah. Sorry, Steve, again.
Yeah, maybe we'll call them alpacas or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice to see an Audi up there as well. I think there's only 2 Audis in the league this season, and only a couple of Chevys as well, which is nice to see.
Yeah, I've only seen like 2 Corvettes so far. I haven't really been particularly paying that much attention to these cars, but I have not seen that.
Yeah, I know Sam's running a Corvette, and I believe there's a Gold runner in the Corvette.
The Mustang actually seems to at least have some decent popularity.
Yeah, I think people like it because it's similar to... Oh, there's a car off in the back there. That was Mark Kelly.
Mark Kelly.
Yeah. Kelly, the 5-foot wrestler. Yeah, they mess... I don't know if it was a mistake, but they put Kelly twice in that, and Gavin was telling us that that's a women's wrestler. So that's what we call him now.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's... I think the Mustang's one of those cars where it's similar to the BMW and the Mercedes, where you've got that front engine sort of safety, but it can be quite understeery and lacks a little bit of that straight line speed as well, because it's just a big draggy mess.
I'll be honest, it might be my American bias, but the Mustang does sound very, very good.
It does sound good, and it upsets me that the Corvette doesn't sound as good. I don't mind the sound of the Corvette, but yeah.
Especially with the engine it's based off of, that LT, I think it's the LT6 that's in the Z06 in real life.
Yeah.
That engine absolutely screams. So.
Yeah, and it's brilliant in real life.
Yeah, there's a few of them. Actually, no, I don't think there's any Z06s. There's a lot of C8 Stingrays. So.
Yeah. As we see, is that Joshua Martinez and Tour going side by side, I believe? No, it's Sipula and Hugavine. Yeah, same camps, but literally same car, same teams, just
with
in a different order.
Alex Murphy and Tor Milarin just behind.
Yeah, the Wizards.
That looks like it could be a nice little inter-team battle going here.
Yeah, I mean that's a Wizards 2, 3, 4, 5, right?
Yeah, looks like it.
That's pretty good, and
all accurate except for the 140.
Yeah. You can just see Vasquez is just pulling away here. I think he's loving the little Wizards battle.
Yeah.
Wonder if team orders comes into effect at some point.
I doubt it.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Wizards guys are pretty competitive with each other, I think.
Yeah. and all of them are pretty fast. So
yeah, well that's it. Yeah, I mean there's a reason they're 2, 3, 4, 5, right?
yeah. I mean, Tour dominated every single season of USF.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Hoogeveen has dominated many a
yeah.
time in the past as well.
Yeah, I haven't actually. Honestly, I haven't raced him a lot in the very, very limited outings I have. So.
Really, yeah. I mean,
Alex.
I actually did the Spa 24 with Hoogeveen, and he was definitely our strongest driver there at the time. So he likes this.
Alex hopped into USF for I think the last season and gave Tour a pretty good run for it. I can't remember who won that last season of USF off the top of my head though.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I didn't run it. As we see, that is Daniel Bond being chased down by Ward. Again, another Mustang. Yeah, they are popular, aren't they?
Yeah, they are popular. I'm noticing the McLaren is also definitely a fan favorite too.
Yeah, I mean the McLaren it's a go-to, isn't it? I mean it's mid-engine, it's very easy to drive, very quick for how easy it is to drive as well. You know, when you've got like the BMW where it's easy to drive, but it's maybe not as quick when you're driving it safe.
Yeah, the GT4 McLaren is also really easy to drive. Oh, bit of an incident.
Yeah, that was a bit close, wasn't
it? Yeah, bit of rallycross going on.
Yeah, it looked like Steve Pepper just followed him off as well. Or no, that was Steve Pepper leading them off, I believe, actually. Yeah. With Hurd just following him in.
Yeah, no, what's interesting is Ford seems to have gotten their GT3 program together a bit in real life. They've won at Daytona, they won at Detroit last weekend. So.
Yeah, it's nice to see, isn't it, really? I'm obviously not an American, but they were the underdog for a while, you know? I mean, competing with the likes of Audi, Ferrari, you know, like...
To have been doing GT3 for God knows how long at this point.
Yeah, so. I mean, not to mention Porsche, obviously, which are just... They're known for the GT3, aren't they, really? You know, it is impressive.
I'll be honest though, I kind of like the way that Ford has reinvented themselves this decade with actually really caring about racing again. So
yeah, it's nice to see. Yeah.
Albeit the new generation of Mustang hasn't exactly been the sales success that everyone's wanted. I think that might be down to the fact that the ECU is locked, so you cannot tune them.
Yeah, I mean, that's always going to be a problem with car guys, right?
Yeah, because the thing is, a lot of people, at least nowadays, are just buying the Mustang to just make it a go-fast car. And the thing is, unless you're going through an OEM-sponsored tuner nowadays, you can't really do it.
Oh, he wanted the move around the outside there, School.
Yeah, he did.
He did, yeah. That's a tough move to make. Quite a long sweeping right-hander there.
Yeah, the middle sector at Spa is it's honestly always a good one for following, and I have had some fairly fun battles through there.
Yeah, and like I said before, because it's so wide, it really sort of helps out with that. You know, you can quite safely go side by side and not have to worry. Longchamp, this corner here is that one is scary to go side by side through. As we see.
I think at that point trying to go side by side through there is just shitting yourself and praying.
Yeah. I think that was team orders just then. That was Malaren being let through by Murphy. So
yeah, that maybe looked like a bit of inter-team communication there.
Yeah, he looked like he just moved.
Zachary looks like he's going for a move.
He's made it stick
on the bus stop.
Oh, he hasn't.
And he's made it.
Yeah, made it stick on the brakes. That was a very clean move there.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like. Is that Sloops? Oh, Fox.
Continue to turn one.
Fox wanted it back, didn't he?
Yeah.
I believe. I mean, the smart thing to do here really is wait until Eau Rouge and get them into Lacombe. Because it's such a long straight, you know. There's a lot of mind games.
This looks like it could be an interesting one to watch.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? That's P7 for silver there. So still points paying. Still an important move to make. You know, keeps you in it. And just looking at the standings, actually, Rich Meester's in a pretty comfortable lead. He leads by just over a second now. So, yeah, it's 1.4, 1.5 seconds. So he's building a nice little gap, and he's got Gavin Kelly as a nice little buffer as well between them.
Yeah.
So, and then Matt Pierce is quite a ways back, so the leaders are sort of running away with it.
Yeah, we have noticed. I mean, a lot of it's just really started to string out in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, looks like a little bit of something flying off somewhere.
Yeah, that looked like it, and that's a move being made
Classic.
by McBuller on Tome.
Yeah, classic GT3, just door banging and.
Yeah, yeah. That was a move into Puon, which is quite a risky
that's
one.
Quite rare and.
Yeah. I mean,
always a fun one to at least attempt.
Oh god, yeah, but it's not half scary, is it? I mean, going in there and just hoping you don't get turned in on is always a fear. And looking back at... No, go ahead.
Because like some people with, we have another off going onto the back straight, and it's always just with Puon, it's like everyone's like, oh, this is a very, very fast, and a lot of very, very fast cars, easy flat corner, so you just want to instinctively just hug that inside curve. So. Yeah,
well, I mean, the problem with Puon in the GT3s is it's actually a braking zone, so it's brake down a gear and sort of throw it in, but you really have to throw it in if you. Oh, that's
Gavin Kelly.
Kelly going slow off the track.
Yeah.
Wonder what's happened there.
Oh, what's up? Definitely a crash of some sort.
Yeah.
Just because of the way that car looks.
Yeah, it looked like it was low on the front.
Are we gonna get a replay?
I think so.
I don't think we are. No, we're not.
We heard for a second there the roar of that Audi. My opinion, the best sounding GT3.
I'm still biased for the Mustang.
Oh come on, the V10.
The V10 does sound good, but
and I think
those V8s just.
I think the Audi sounds better than the Lamborghini. Obviously, both being V10s.
I agree.
Yeah, it's.
I do agree.
Just got that little bit more of like the rawness to it. But no, what I was going to say.
I don't know why.
Was Sam Stott, obviously the bronze championship leader. He's way down the order. I mean that's 5, 6, 7. He 8 there.
Yeah, didn't he get caught wasn't he one of the ones that got caught in that little lap 1 kerfuffle?
Oh yeah, in No Name, wasn't it? Because he did drop down the order. So I wonder if he's carrying a bit of damage or if he's had to pit.
Possibly.
And that looks
like just stuck in traffic.
Yeah, Gavin Kelly's also now in the pits after we saw him go slow off the track. So he's obviously
there was 100% a crash and some damage there.
Yeah.
The way that car looked, maybe a puncture on the rear right.
Yeah. Oh, big hit.
Oh, that's a wall.
Who was that?
You don't want to be doing that.
Who was that? I don't know. Oh, it looked like Afonso maybe because he's just dropped down a position.
Oh, Steve Pepper, I see he's tumbling down.
Oh, yeah. Big battle going on there for the bronze P3 there.
Looks like a lot of people are wanting to try the rally cross line on the back straight.
Yeah. Something I noticed, especially in race 1, and it looks like it's sort of providing here as well, is the bronze battle seems so interesting. It's late on the brakes there, going wide. But yeah, it looks like it's such a fight. And as I say that, big
another move up the inside here.
Moves to the outside as well, and Russell's going to get it on the traction.
Russell. And it looks like we're going to go side by side into turn 1 here.
It's a drag race into turn 1.
Russell has the inside, so I think he's got it now. It's just going to be a question of can he get the power down and
can he keep him behind?
The chicane.
Yeah. I mean, it's so hard to lead down this straight and keep the position. You've got to sit so inside, and if you're the car making the move, all you have to do is keep them squeezed, move out at the last second, and they can't go anywhere.
Yeah. Unless they really, really try to slam on the brakes and just park it in the center on.
Yeah. And it looks like
Russell's actually going to keep it.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? Fox did have a little go around the outside, but he just didn't seem to have the
considering how long that straight is, maybe he had a bad run through Radeon, possibly.
Yeah, very possibly, yeah. I know that a lot of people were complaining about Spa with the, I believe it was the BMW and I want to say the Audi, complaining that the straight line speed just wasn't there. So I wonder if that's affected, these guys were making a move, because that was obviously a BMW on a Mustang there.
Yeah.
And I also heard a lot of people saying that the Corvette was just ridiculously fast down the straights here.
Yeah, because I haven't really seen. I don't think I've actually seen a Corvette have a move made on it into Lake Home yet. So.
No. I mean, we haven't really seen a Corvette, in fairness, but
Yeah. A lot of them have just been kind of. I mean, they've been there obviously, but they've been just kind of invisible.
Yeah, I think like I said, I think there's only 2 or 3, and they're sort of looks like they're just sort of milling about in a big gap at the moment. You know, Stott's one of them. He's miles back. He's not fighting for anything at the moment. Like I said,
Vasquez is really starting to open up a gap now, about 1.5 seconds.
Yeah, Murphy very early.
Who's that in the pits?
I wonder if that's an early pit for fuel.
Maybe.
I mean, it is about 8 laps of, or well, it's about 45 minutes of running, and then you need to pit. So maybe he's just gone in as soon as the pits opened, and he's trying to get a massive undercut.
It's a possibility. I possibly think that he might have just underfueled for the first stint and was just trying to maybe get to the front.
Possibly. I mean,
and then
yeah, that's
and
possible.
then just pray for clean air.
I mean, the undercut is really powerful in the GT3s. We've seen it last season. We've seen it this season. Every single time an undercut's used, it always pays off. Very rare that you see somebody doing an overcut and it actually works.
Unless something happens.
Yeah, that's it. Unless you can get an incredibly clean track to run that late stop, which is quite rare.
Yeah.
Or you can get dragged along by someone faster. That's really the only reason that you'd want to do an overcut.
I mean, it's just yeah, I haven't done much GT3 in the longer races. So aside from the Daytona 24-hour last year, but then again, the whole strategy there was just pit when the fuel light comes on.
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah. I mean, well, with these races, the fuel tank is limited, so you won't get a full hour of running. And like I said, I think it's about 45 minutes. So
I think even at Daytona, the one time I did it, we weren't even getting that. But to be fair, Daytona, 90% of the track is just holding your foot to the floor. So.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of straight on that track.
So you had the fairly short infield section, and then just a whole lot of keep it planted.
Yeah. And then the chicane where it's death trap.
Yes, the chicane of death.
Did you run it the year that they? This was a fair few years ago that they had the chicane, the curbs of death on the bus stop for literally.
No, I only ran it in 2024. Ooh, there's something.
Doesn't look like anything.
Stephen
really
Maxwell
happened.
Into the back there.
It doesn't look like really anything happened though. As we see, that's Stephen Green.
I think maybe a slight bit of contact. It might have just been that camera angle though.
Yeah.
Because I thought I saw something go flying off of someone's car.
So that was Philip Foxer again. Just been passed by Bright, as we saw earlier. And I believe that was Stephen Greening having a little go into bus stop for it. So Fox is under some pressure here.
Yeah, he might be starting to struggle a little bit. Maybe with the old... That's honestly my one biggest thing against GT3s, that if you overcook the tire at all, it not wanting to drive. Yeah,
and with the new tire model as well on the GT3s, they wear incredibly quickly now. Back a few years ago, then you would quite easily do 2 stints on one set of tires. Now there is no chance. I think a lot of these guys probably won't change for this race.
Yeah, I think though for the next iRacing patch, I think they are doing some more changes to the GT3 model to where they're trying to make them not just ice skate the moment you overheat them once.
Yeah, I saw something about that actually, where they were saying it's, because obviously you've got like the Phantom slide now, don't you, where if you lose the rear once, then you'll lose it 3 or 4 times in the next 2 corners. And
yeah, because the moment that tire temperature spikes, it just doesn't go back down, and it just loses every sense of grip.
Yeah, and they're talking about having it dissipate the heat more evenly and more consistently, which would be a good thing, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'll definitely be a benefit for just racing and just the cleanliness of GT3 racing.
Yeah, that's because I mean the amount of times I've been side by side with someone had a mini slide that's then turned into a big slide because of the tire issues, and and then taking out somebody next to you or just binning it off. It's so frustrating, That looks like a move from on Danny Chan actually by Hudson. He's not quite going to get onto the brakes late enough.
I'll be honest, I might be in the minority here, but I don't like the way the new prototypes drive. I mean, I know it's meant to be more realistic, but I just don't like the way they drive.
Oh, you're not in the minority. I think they're a horror at the moment. The fact that
I'll be honest.
The fact that the tires are literally ice skating for 5 laps is ridiculous to me.
Yeah.
I know, like you said, I know it's more realistic, but I mean.
But even then, they don't take that long to hit. It's more like a 2 to 3 lap window in real life.
Yeah, and it's just less fun, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I know that it's a simulator. I know it's supposed to be realistic, but I hate the fact that I have to literally baby a car around a track, and it's not like a GT3 where you just take it a bit easy. It's like you have to be so careful on throttle. You have to brake so early, and you're running 2 seconds a lap slower. That's a move by Stephen Greening on Bright there.
Bright.
So Stephen's made a move on Fox. He's now made a move on Bright. He's moving up the order. We should expect this really. He is a gold driver, and those are 2 silvers. So realistically, he should be passing them with some ease.
Should be making his way back up a little bit further up the field fairly quick.
Yeah, I mean, where is he at the moment? He's I don't actually see him on.
He's just behind the Beese, just behind Meester, so I think that should be another. Not too difficult of a pass.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the lap times, his last lap was a 2:19.9, and Meester's ran a 2:22.6, so nearly 3 seconds there, 2.6 seconds. So realistically, you should be coming up on him pretty quickly. And then he's in the fight for and then you've got Bond obviously, but then he's in the fight for Stephen Maxwell Award. So that'd be good to see maybe towards the end of the race.
Yeah, I could see him pretty, because they're also running mid 220s while he's still running 19s.
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely got the pace to be up there. I mean, he's running the same pace as Martinez in P6 there, right at the top of the standings, and Martinez is the current championship leader. So.
He didn't get caught in a incident at the start, did he? I don't think Greening did, or did he just have a bad qualifying?
I believe he didn't qualify. Because he was literally last on the standings, and I know a few people didn't qualify at all. So he's either had a really bad quali, or he's just not qualified.
Or he 1x both laps.
Yeah, well, it's not. So it's obviously it's not just 2 laps, is it? Here it's it's 15 minutes of open quali.
Oh yeah, that shows you how long it's been.
Yeah, I mean, big move there on Charles Vasquez by Sipula.
Around the outside through the chicane.
Yeah, very nicely done. That's Sipula into
Lake
P1.
Holmes always a fun one.
Yeah, 100%. But that puts him in P1 as well, so he's hoping to break away here.
Yeah.
Good place to do it really, because you then have 100 corners that follow.
Yeah, you can just kind of mug them off through the slow section.
Yeah, that's it. And then they have the dirty air, and it's a little bit harder to follow then. But yeah, I mean, what was I saying? I forgot now. Oh yeah, the 15 minutes of open quali. It's a tough one because when you've got 36 cars on the grid all trying to qualify. 41 cars on the grid. It's so hard to find a space.
It's just like prey.
Yeah, I mean, this is maybe a bit of a bigger track, so less hard work on the drivers, but Imola especially is it's a 1 minute 40 lap time, and you've got 41 cars on that grid, and you either hope that you can follow somebody who's really quick, or you can find 2 seconds of free air. And so I think a lot of people probably don't qualify because of that. Just getting unlucky.
I think. I honestly think, just due to the way at least GT3s drive, I think Lime Rock would be a very, very good track to run.
Yeah.
The qualifying open qualifying would be such an issue around there because it's like it would be like a 50-ish second lap in
Yeah,
GP3.
yeah. I mean, you'd have less than a second gap the way around the grid, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Or you'd have around a second gap. So, yeah, it would be tough. I
It
can't
would just be a
remember.
nice conga line all the way around the circuit.
Yeah, I was just looking at Maxwell's car there in the Audi, and it looks like his front left sort of headlamp is a little bit smashed in. So I wonder if he had maybe a little bump early on.
Oh yeah, remember that one earlier into the bus stop where I saw that looked like. Yeah, it was Maxwell into the back of somebody. I don't remember exactly who it was. I saw something come off.
Yeah, maybe carrying a little bit of damage then. Because it looks like his front left is maybe a little bit pushed in. He was my favourite for this race. Currently running.
What's happening to Tour? Where is he?
Yeah, Tour. I think he's in the top 5, so he's currently not on the standing. Yeah, there he is. So he's P4.
Oh, he's still in the top 5. Yeah, he's still there.
Yeah, he's comfortably hanging on to the back of Hugavine. And there he is, actually. So.
Looks like that lead gap actually has shrunk a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, well, look, that's
good, but actually, yeah, no, we're right.
Now, yeah,
we actually got a lead fight going now.
Yeah, it's bumper to bumper all the way to P5 or P4, sorry. So this will be an interesting finish.
We're gonna try to get it done here.
Seems like Vasquez kind of pulls out a little bit of a gap in this mid sector, and then obviously during the straights you just can't get away from them.
Yeah, I think maybe he might also just be running a little bit. I can't remember. Is this open or fixed?
Open. Oh no, this is fixed.
He might. I was like, if it's open, then he might just have a little bit more downforce bolted on.
I might be wrong. To be honest, I don't remember. We saw Sam Stott on Kelly there. Might have been Kelly making the move actually, but I know. Oh no, it's definitely open because I know Sam was struggling with straight line speed. And everybody was saying the Corvette was quick, and I know he was going, well, no, it's not. So I think just the wrong setup for him.
100%.
Because it looked like just then, he pulled out into the open air to get Kelly, and then just didn't have any answers. Couldn't close the gap.
Yeah, just a little bit too much.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, the Corvette's one of those cars where it's just it's always been. Even as someone who loves it, it's kind of jank through the corners. It's just straight up not that quick through the corners.
Yeah.
Sometimes, especially on open, as Maxwell gonna try though, he's not. Well,
yeah, you see.
Back to the Corvette, to where especially in an open event at a track like this, it's just like screw it. I'll just hang on through the corners and try to get as much downforce on them and get as much straight line speed as I can.
That's it, because I mean it is a very balanced car, and you know, it feels nice through the corners, but it isn't necessarily fast through the corners. Yeah. And I suppose hanging on to a little bit more downforce just to get the aggression in is because the car turns in beautifully. It's just seems to be the mid speed.
It's just not
like
it just doesn't do it very quickly. It does feel nice. It's just not very fast.
Yeah, it doesn't carry much speed through the corners, which is what you need.
Just pull the downforce off and say screw it. Let's just go for as little drag as possible here.
That's it. I mean, it seems to be a mixed bag with the Corvettes. You know, some running very low, some running very high.
Yeah.
And it looks like the very low is paying off because, as you can see, that is, I think it's School, just behind this lead fight here. He's in a Corvette and he's running low downforce.
Yeah, it seems to be working pretty well for him.
Yeah. So. Maybe not such a weak car here after all. Nice little fight.
Yeah, aside from the windy middle sector, there is just a lot of straight here.
Yeah, well that's it. And I think he's sort of caught in the issue now of there's a P1 to 4 little slipstream
fest.
Yeah, I mean, there's very much a train forming, and he's just off the back of it.
He just can't quite get onto it.
Yeah. And I think Vasquez, who is in P1, I believe, I think he is just slightly too quick for School to really catch on to the back.
I think he just set the fastest lap.
Yeah, I mean, fastest lap without slipstream is quite impressive around here. And yeah, as you can see, School just, 0.3 or so off. Just doesn't quite have an answer for it. I mean, he's quicker than Martinez. He's pulling out a gap. He's very comfortably in P5 there. I'm sure he's.
I think as long as everything stays clean around him, I think he'll just be trying to just keep it. Maybe try to catch up to them, but not push too hard, just to not throw away them results.
Yeah, and also at the end of the day, all of these guys at the front still have to pit, and they're all so close that these last 10 minutes or so are going to be very close. You know, so I'm sure he's hoping just I'll sit back, I'll relax, I'll just drive clean and hope that they have a little battle and come to me, sort of thing.
I mean, you could see him.
Yeah,
you can.
That's it.
See him on the camera shots of the lead,
and that's all he needs, really, isn't it? I mean, if they start having a little battle, then he's right there. So
it's like if Vasquez has a little wiggle and still able to get it around, then he can easily get into that fight.
That's it. I mean, and I think that's kind of a nice position to be in. He's just there to pick up the pieces if something goes wrong.
It's not like he's in a bad spot either way. So.
No, I'm sure he's probably quite frustrated at the moment because he's, from his point of view, he's hanging off the back of a gap. He can't get there. But yeah, you've always got to look at it from the outside perspective. This is James Pepper. James Pepper, somebody who, in both races now, has qualified really, really, really well, and just hasn't really had the answer in the race. Yeah. Imola had, he had quite a bad crash that sent him to the back. This race, he just hasn't seemed to have had the pace. He's ran a 28 there, so maybe something's gone wrong.
Yeah, something 100% happened on that lap.
Yeah, and it's it's just a question of what's going on really. There's Sam Stott, the championship leader, followed by Rich, who is the championship P2, I believe, or it might be McIntyre at the moment. Yeah, I think it's McIntyre actually. But both of them are very low down. They're sort of scrounging at the moment. And it looks like that's some...
what happened to Russell? It looks like... Actually, no, I think it might have been a thing with the timing, because it was marking him with a lap down for a second. I'm like...
Oh, yeah, sometimes it does do that. You have to forgive the timings occasionally.
Yeah.
You see Sam Stott he's getting chased down by Cook, a gold driver. I mean, realistically, sensible thing here is... Oh, no, he is chasing down a gold driver, I should say. I'll take back what I said. They're both in Corvettes as well.
Yeah, well, semi to a pretty good speed here. So.
Yeah.
220s. That's.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not bad. They're running the pace of sort of the mid pack, which for Sam Stott is all he needs. That is the pace of the leaders for him.
That is bronze lead pace for him.
Yeah. John Cook is maybe a bit more off pace because, as we saw, Vasquez set an 18 earlier. So that's quite.
Wait, what did 18.8?
Yeah. Might have even been a 6. Yeah, I mean it was quick.
One of the two. It's still a very, very quick GT3 time.
Yeah. And Sam is very much known in the league for, he has the one lap pace. He just can't necessarily keep it in a straight line, and that's always been the case. So.
I have neither.
But it's all just practice, isn't it? Just gotta put your foot down, practice. Practice doing a race at 99%, not at that 100, So easy to see somebody in front of you and just go push. And that's when it all goes out the window, really. There they are again, Sam Stott. Looks like he wants to make the move.
Is he going to? I think he's going to give it a shot. He's going to cut camera. Inside away column. Yeah, looks like he's...
Yeah, made the move.
He's got it done.
Yeah, very nicely done. That's a bronze and a gold there, so... Might see a late charge from Sam. I mean, he's got a long way to go, He's actually a lap down on Renwick, I believe. Well, no, he's not. He's 13 seconds, so... I mean, it's doable.
Yeah, it is possible.
Yeah, I mean, he's got, 25 minutes, so he really needs to be half a second a lap quicker, which at the moment he's doing. At the moment he's about 1.6 quicker. So if he keeps that pace up,
it's possible.
Yeah, he'll be there. Yeah, we might see something here. And something to note as well, Sam Stott obviously having the issue early, he's already pitted. So he might not have to pit again for fuel.
Yeah.
Which everybody else has to.
That was like first The one thing that worries me about that was it was like first lap, and as you said earlier, the fuel tanks in this series are limited.
True. So
he still might have to pit again.
Yeah, very probably will have to pit again, actually. But even
it'll probably just be a splash and dash, though. So
that's it.
The stop will probably be shorter.
It will be quicker, yeah. So maybe hoping just to, I mean, it only needs to be a few seconds quicker, and he'll be, he won't have to work as hard to catch this, because half a second lap is quite a lot to be doing every lap. And I mean, you can see there, James Pepper setting a 20 dead is. I don't think Sam's going to catch that pace, but still, I mean.
Yeah, but Renwick 21.4.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely possible.
Yeah, he was one of my Daytona 24 teammates last year.
Right. Yeah.
And when we were all, it was quite literally 24 hours of complaining about how bad that left turn onto the oval was.
I found it wasn't too bad, actually. We did it in LMP2 this year with the new tyre model, which is something. Yeah, and
yeah, we did it Ferrari in 2024, and it was just, it was just, oh my god, this turn is so bad. This car just wants to spin itself in a circle.
It's funny because like all of my teammates at the time were very much complaining about it, and it was like the one corner I didn't have too much of an issue with. I was more struggling in the right-hander just before then, the horseshoe.
Yeah.
I found that there was a bump there that just unsettled the car so badly.
But I think always just a cunt.
Yeah, I mean, it every driver has their one spot, don't they? I'm sure for a lot of people at Spa it's no name. I for one cannot do no name. Ooh, that was close. Looks like.
What is my? I'm trying to figure out what my bad corner is at Spa.
It's either.
I mean, I might just have to say the whole circuit here because I'm not very quick.
I mean, for me, it's got to be either no name or Puan. They're two very commitment corners, and just one. If the car isn't settled, and you send it in there, you are just dead. Especially with no name, with the wall being literally right next to the car.
Yeah, with that wall, the wall.
Yeah.
That's like by far the closest the wall is on the track. So.
Yeah. Ooh, that actually wasn't a bad re-entry.
Oh, a little bit of a wiggle. Oh,
there it is. That is exactly what Marion Hoover
Spiela's gone to. Yep.
And that's Vasquez.
Might be struggling a little bit. Yep.
Ooh, bit of door banging.
Marin's gonna go into second.
So that's Vasquez coming back from P1 now. So Cipolla obviously must have got him on the straight.
First down to third in a couple corners.
But that's the beauty of Spa, isn't it? It's such a long straight that, I mean, what's happened there is Cipolla's got him down the straight, and Marin's just capitalised, followed him through. But you know what this has done is School there. This is exactly what we were talking about. He's gained a second just from that little battle. Now he's only 1.9 behind, so he's looking very very happy. But he does have Martinez hot on his heels.
Yeah, he should be able to make. He honestly can, I think, make that gap.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Especially with how scrappy it's getting now, and obviously, Cipolla and Hugavin obviously weren't fighting that hard, as we see Stott and Afonso going side by side. I believe that was Stott making the move, or attempting to anyway. And just not being able to get it done. This is again him saying just doesn't have the straight line speed. And that Acura is very quick in a straight as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very, very out of the loop with what GT3s are good and which ones are bad at the moment. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Acura has been strong since it's come out.
Yeah, the Acura is looking like a very, very good car here.
Yeah, so. I mean, there's a reason the top 10 people are running it, you know. Well, near enough anyway. As we see, that's Vasquez trying to get it back on Hugavin through a Rouge. Oh, damn.
You gonna get it done?
That's gonna be a slowdown.
That's a slowdown.
That's really unfortunate.
Righty on. Slow.
Yeah. I mean, that's.
School's in it.
Yeah, he is.
School's in the pack now.
Yeah, and Martinez gonna capitalize here. That is really unfortunate for Vasquez, really.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know don't make a move up a Rouge, you know.
I mean, yeah, he led the first about 35 minutes of this race. So.
Yeah. I mean, it's just the key thing of just Lift if you have to. Oh, big move.
Oh.
Don't actually know what this corner's called.
Neither do I.
I've never known.
He's made it stick.
He has made that stick. A very nice move. That's a hard corner to overtake it. And look at School now.
Looks like Spule and Marin are gonna pull away a little bit here with these three starting to.
Yeah, I mean.
Have a little fight for third.
But School's in it. You know, I mean, School. Yeah, he was sitting 3 seconds behind. It looked maybe not really doable, but like I said, that last 10-minute battle, and he's in it straight away.
Cause like he had very, very comparable speed. Just with the slipstream, he was just kind of stuck.
Yeah, and I just want to say, so that's Sam Stott in, so he did have to pit for fuel.
Yeah. Oh, he did have the pitting.
Yeah. So we'll see where that spits him out, because I wonder if he has caught enough on Renwick. Renwick's just come out the pits, and so has Sam, so it doesn't look like he's gained much, does it? Yeah, I mean, I know he has. I mean, he's 7 seconds behind now or so.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's less than that even.
I mean, now I will say this as someone who has had Renwick as a teammate. He's very, very consistent.
Yeah. I mean, I've had Renwick as a teammate, I believe.
He may not have the flat out pace, but I'll be honest, neither do I. But he's very, very consistent.
Yeah, and that's something that Sam really struggles with. You know, like I say, he'll be quick 1 minute and then he'll be in a wall the next. So
yeah.
Yeah.
So essentially, season 1 tour.
Yeah. I mean, Tour known for absolutely murdering Rob Miller in GT3 at Monza, season 1.
Oh my.
One of the best things I've ever seen in my life. He just didn't brake into turn 1 and absolutely destroyed Rob Miller.
Yeah.
It was the LOA intro for so long.
Yeah.
Tour just completely demolishing him.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that on the intro for some of the videos.
Yeah, very possibly. Yeah, I mean it was probably 4 years on the intro. Tour just holding on then from School.
Yeah.
I wonder if
I think School might be a little quicker.
Yeah, but I wonder if he's aggressive enough. I mean, it looks like he's almost too happy to sit behind. Yeah. Because I mean, there's only 7 minutes of the race left.
Oh, they both go off.
Yeah, I don't think that was an off track for School though.
Yeah,
you can go pretty 100% wide.
One for Tour,
though, yeah.
Considering he was like pretty much all the way.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, I mean, School. I think he's just being too patient. I think he just needs to go. Look,
send it.
Yeah, I think bus stop right now. He needs to go because they're losing the lead.
Get a good exit.
Yeah.
Get a good run through Blanchimont and just.
If he doesn't make it now, he's not going to get a podium. You know. Oh, I spoke too soon. Commentator's curse. Because that is Vasquez.
That was Vasquez again.
Yeah. Completely shoveling the gravel.
Even though I'm not that quick, I might feel like I might be in a position to say that Vasquez has kind of thrown this one away.
He has. I mean, 35 minutes in the lead, and he's, and it's all gone.
Yeah, and he was leading by about like 3 seconds at one point.
Yeah. And I think that's maybe another case of just the consistency not being quite there, as Marin sets the fastest lap then.
What is it? An 18.2 is that?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, that is really good. I mean, that when you look at the rest of the laps, most people are in the 20s.
Most people are around a 220, 221.
Yeah, the people who are in the 19s are in the top quarter of the field. That is massively impressive there.
Like around him, 18.5, 19.0, 19.3.
Yeah. And going just to circle back on the bronze fight as well. Sam Stott, he's got Peter McIntyre in the pits there, so he's gained one, and it looks like he's got the pace to keep it as well.
Oh, Vasquez is gonna try to come back here.
Yeah.
Oh.
And School, he's there to pick up the pieces.
Oh, Vasquez is not gonna quite get it.
Yeah, like I said, I think School needs to do something.
Tour goes off on the exit of No Name for the second lap in a row.
I just realised I've been saying there's 5 minutes of this race left. There's 15 minutes of this race left.
Yeah.
There's still so much time.
Tour's gone wide again.
Yeah, he's
has he maybe burned those tires up a little bit?
maybe struggling with the tires a bit. I mean, if I remember correctly, it wasn't the hottest track, was it? It was about 19, which is
because he was following Marin very, very closely for a while, so maybe that turbulence and also just pushing a little hard.
Yeah, I mean, his lap times. I mean, he's 8/10 slower than Marin last lap.
Yeah. Yeah, because he was right on him, and now he's 4 seconds off the lead.
Yeah. I wonder if Marin's just found that a little bit more, or if Phil's just running out, you know.
Lost that bit.
Yeah. I mean, it's only margins, you know. It's all it takes.
Yeah. Oh, Vasquez, you're
going
around
again.
the outside of
he goes for the cutback.
Oh, nope, not quite.
That's a Corvette, very wide. Oh, he's pitting.
Oh, he just dove it.
Oh, I thought he'd crashed.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, none of these guys right up here at the very, very front of pit yet. I don't think.
No, I don't think so. Like I said, I believe it's about 8 laps. So, by the 10-minute mark, then they should be, or no, 'cause it should be more than that. Maybe 13, 14 minutes. So this must be their last lap. I don't see how they're going to go more than that. But I mean, this is perfect for Vasquez.
Really going to heat up into the chicane.
Yeah, I mean, this plays into Vasquez's favour. It actually really plays into School's favour, because the more that they fight... Oh,
big incident.
And that's Malloran and Vasquez out, or at least...
Yeah. Out of contention at the very least.
Yeah. I mean, that gifts School the P3. Oh. We're gonna be...
Yeah, no, Vasquez has kind of thrown this one away here.
Yeah, that is so unfortunate.
We're going to get a replay of that.
I hope so. Yeah, we are. There it is.
Oh, yep, down there. Looks like... What happens here? Tour kind of holds his line. Vasquez tries to just squeeze him, and Tour just doesn't move.
Yeah, so that's literally the double squeeze. Tour's trying to keep him on the tight line, and Vasquez is trying to get him, get the widest line he can. I don't know who's at fault there. I don't know if you can really say there's anyone at fault.
And the only thing I can kind of say is that Vasquez did actively move, and Tour held his line. So I think really, if someone has to be blamed, I think I would put it more on Vasquez. I
mean, the argument is though, right? Like when you're sim racing, it's a case of you can't see all around you, and he couldn't have seen that Tour's on his outside. The normal thing to do, or he couldn't have seen that Tour was squeezing him like that. The normal thing to do is to move out to the outside. So I'm not saying it's Tour's fault. I'm just saying, it's justifiable why he did that. But yeah,
it's like you can play either side realistically, but
100%.
The one thing I can say against Vasquez is that your spotter is just going to continue saying car left, car left, car left.
Yeah, but I mean, what does car left mean, There's a car on your left. Yeah. I mean, does it mean that they're right next to you? Does it mean that they're on the outside, It's one of those things. It's a judgment call.
I mean, the spotter... If there's any real bit of overlap, at least my spotter, if there's any bit of overlap between cars, mine is telling me that there's a car on my left and that I should need to stay where I am.
I suppose so.
And I just use the default iRacing spotter, so I don't know if some of the modded ones might be a little different.
I mean, they're usually about the same. I mean, the thing with I think what Vasquez has done there is that is actually perfectly acceptable if it was a shorter straight. When you're at a lower speed, then you can kind of nudge someone to the side, and then you feel that they're not moving, and you go, okay, I'm staying here then. Or they feel that you're nudging.
Yeah, but with how fast the Kemmel straight gets, how fast the Kemmel straight gets, that was
that
100%
just
not.
I mean, it's so high speed that just a touch like that, and you're getting magnetized, aren't you? There's nothing you can do. And
I always like to say the old iRacing super glue.
Yeah, literally. Mark Kelly then. 5-foot women's wrestler.
Yeah.
up against Neil Todd. Now this isn't for position. This is, well, I suppose it's for overall, but it's this isn't for standings. Mark Kelly got huge gap to the next silver. In both directions actually. He's got about 30 seconds behind, and he's got about the same in front, but yeah, 30 seconds. So he's sort of just lapping to keep in position now.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'll say this was my probably biggest incident with iRacing Super Glue. This was doing the Indy 500 last year. I got, for some reason, I was just, even though I was running the exact same, I was pretty much doing my roll bars and everything the same. I had it in all the opens and fixed that week that I'd been running beforehand, which actually worked really well in traffic, to where I was essentially just making the front end of the car really loose.
Yeah.
The car was just handling like absolute garbage. And what happened is, I think there was someone on my outside, and I got a little bit loose with the dirty air of the car in front, and I slid up the track, and he hooked into me, and then it just kind of sent him off into the outside wall.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's easily done. Yeah. And we see...
The old 240 mile an hour netcode is sometimes not the kindest.
No, definitely not.
But then I after checking that guy, I kind of got karma because I didn't pit under that caution, which ended up being the last caution, and then I had to splash and dash at the end of the race.
Yeah.
And then I didn't take tires on that splash and dash because there were like 7 laps to go, and then was tire wear. I spun exiting turn 2 and smacked the wall with 4 to go.
Oh no, I actually really miss I miss my old IndyCar league. We used to run the classic, like the legacy IndyCar.
The IR05 or the DW12?
No, I think it's the 05, the very pointy nose.
The 05 is better. The 05 is old. I've driven it a few times. I own it. It's fun.
That thing will break your arms. Tell you that much.
Yeah. Yeah, I bought it because I bought it for a Discord event.
Yeah.
For like a retro Indy 500. And then I disconnected 15 laps in because I had terrible internet at the time.
Oh, really? Yeah. But no, I do miss the old league that ran that, because that was so fun. I've never really done ovals, and that was like the only oval experience I've ever had. And
I want to start a league with one of either the retro Formula or Indy cars.
Yeah, I think it'd be a ton of fun. I mean, I'm sure. Ooh.
Oh!
Alfonso.
A bit of a
that was
punt there.
Turning Stephen Greening. I mean, they have been battling this whole time.
They've been going at it all race.
Yeah. So it was bound to happen eventually, right?
Yeah.
And Leopold, he was my driver of the day of Imola. He drove exceptionally well at Imola. Doesn't look like he's having the same luck this time around. 51 seconds off the leaders.
When did Marin take the lead here? He's kind of ran away with it now.
Well, Vasquez and Tour had the incident, didn't they?
Yeah, no, but Spula was leading from Marin for like the last 10 minutes.
Oh yeah,
or so.
and now he's 4 seconds ahead actually as well.
And now he's forcing.
Yeah, that's actually
maybe a little spin or something.
Yeah, I mean possibly.
Maybe.
And
or just a slow, or maybe just a really nasty slowdown. Maybe the stupid Eau Rouge slowdown got him.
I have to say as well, look at that. Vasquez, after literally crashing out, is still P6 and he's just set the fastest lap. I mean, that is impressive.
Like he did have a lot. I think he had a lot less damage than Tour did, because Tour is laps down at this point.
Oh yeah.
I think Tour had to tow, and Vasquez didn't.
I don't even think Vasquez had to pit, because by the looks of things, I mean, keeping P6, I think there's no way he's done that with pitting.
Yeah.
There's Danny Chan in the beautiful Audi.
Just GT, I don't know, watching people that are actually good at driving GT3 is actually pretty fun. The thing is, when you're like terrible at them, they're just like awful.
Yeah, I mean, it's impressive, isn't it? Like, I love watching the top guys, because they're just on another level.
It's like as much as I know they are, it literally, like, with these really fast guys in in GT3, it literally doesn't even look like they're actively even trying.
Yeah, but that's it. It's so, but it's because the driving style of a GT3 is so smooth. You know, smooth is fast is always the answer, and so like.
As somebody with the stuff I've driven on iRacing the most, you just have to essentially bully it a lot of the time.
Yeah. The GT4s are a bit like that, actually.
The Indy car, you really have to bully that car. You have to bully the Indy car in order to make it go anything remotely close to fast. But then you also have to make sure you don't murder yourself with the rear end of it.
Oh yeah, that's always a possibility as well.
Because the Indy car is probably, I mean, I've at least done during downtimes. I've tested the F1 cars. I think the Indy car is arguably a lot more tail happy.
Yeah, I mean the F1 cars are nothing really. Smooth application of throttle, they're easy. I mean, I would actually say the Super Formula, not the Super Formula Light, the fully fledged one.
Yeah, that's the regular Super Formula.
I'd say that's more tail happy than the F1 cars. As we see,
the W13.
Oh, that was very close.
Ettridge and.
Wow, I am amazed.
Ettridge and Miller, yeah, it is Ettridge.
I'm amazed that wasn't an incident there.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll say that's one thing about the Porsche and it's being rear-engined, that it just the rear end doesn't want to do anything. The rear end just sits there.
It's just a pendulum, isn't it? It just kind of swings back.
The thing is, once it goes around, the thing is, it's very, very planted, but once it gets past a certain point, you're going around.
Yeah, it's the similar ethos to that's why the McLaren is so stable, is because it's that mid-engine ethos. I mean, they always struggle mid-corner. That's always been the struggle of a mid-engine car, but if you can get the setup around the mid-corner, then they're usually very solid.
Yes.
Same with the Audi, same with the Lamborghini. I mean, Lamborghini's a bit weird, but...
It's like, I'll be honest, I wasn't that quick in the Ferrari when I ran it, but what I would always do, I was, again, kind of very the Ferrari, I feel like, is the GT3 you can abuse the most.
Yeah.
Those are the ones I've driven.
I mean, I'd agree with that.
Because at least the 296, what I would do is I would pretty much essentially just be forcing it to rotate on the exit of the corner.
Yeah, I mean, you like the Mercedes. Oh, as we see, that was
a bit more rally crossing.
That was Matt Hansel, I believe, going off. But yeah, I think another car that's similar to that is the Mercedes. Sorry, that thing is it's one of the most understeery cars I've ever driven. And it just...
I haven't tried the Mercedes.
You just, like, to get it to turn, you have to chuck it in so hard. It's weird.
Actually, now that you've mentioned it, I don't even think I've seen a Mercedes in this field.
No, actually. No, I mean, it's not the most popular car. When it released, it was incredibly popular because it was so strong.
Yeah, it was I remember when it essentially dominated the GT3 series for a while.
Yeah, I mean, it was Mercedes
now it
and
seems to be
Beamer.
that the McLaren's kind of the fan favorite.
It's McLaren and
the
Acura, yeah. And the Porsche. Porsche's always loved.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the Porsche's always been kind of a classic when it comes to GT3.
Yeah, of course. But, well, I mean, the Porsche it's the same every time, isn't it? I mean, we were saying just before we started recording that, well, you said it, that the Porsche is just exceptional at being boring.
It's the most brilliantly boring car ever.
Yeah, that's it.
As Wardy gets a little sideways on the end.
Pointing his Mustang at the crowds, as you do.
Yeah. As someone who owns one, I do get the urges every once in a while.
Oh yeah. Car just starts turning.
Yeah.
God forbid you see more than 5 people on the street.
Yeah, no, the crowd seeking system starts activating.
Yeah. In the MX-5, I have the strong urge to become a hairdresser at all times.
Yeah.
But yeah, we see.
Oh!
That was shaping up to be a good fight, father and son.
Yeah, James Pepper.
And
looks like.
How has he got away with that?
How bad is it though?
Oh, it's bad.
It's not doing anything anymore.
Turn right, yeah.
On the penultimate lap.
And that was shaping up to be a nice little final lap fight, where father and son.
Marin has ran away with this in the last couple laps, though.
I mean, he put 4 seconds ahead and he's just kept it, hasn't he?
And he's just stayed there.
Yeah. And Sipler has nothing to answer for it.
Yeah.
And in fairness, Sipler's done the same to Murphy, Yeah. And Murphy's done the same to School. I mean, that top 4 was so close the first 45 minutes of this race, and it's just
Yeah, it's just strung out.
Yeah, it's just built.
Actually, I think
built.
Murphy Murphy I think is following Spule actually pretty close, and then there's a bit of a gap to School.
Is it not 4 seconds, or am I being stupid? Oh no,
I think
I'm being daft.
Yeah, no, that's between every car.
Yeah, that's not interval. That's leader gap. Yeah.
Yeah, that's leader gap. So.
Yeah, in that case then, yeah, okay. So we still have a P2 fight. As there goes Hugavine for the win.
For the win.
Congratulations to him. That's Sipula in P2.
Very good run.
Murphy
I mean, he was.
Yeah.
He was just biding his time for the first 35 minutes. Got into second, and then I think when we were looking at one of the incidents, must have passed Spula and just got it.
And Vasquez setting the fastest lap as he comes across the line in P6.
Last lap.
Unfortunate for him. Very unfortunate.
Yeah.
There's Timon Sloots. That is
wins.
his second brilliant result. I think that's 2 wins in a row for him now in silver. So very well done to him.
Very strong start to.
And we see Rich.
Maybe a title chase this season.
So if I'm correct, for as long as Rich wins this, which I mean he's got a 3-second gap, so I suppose it could ruin this now. But if he wins this, then
I think he'll take the lead.
I don't think he will. I think he actually ties for the lead with Sam. Because that is if it all finishes how it is now.
The 5-foot wrestler on the last lap.
Yeah, the 5-foot wrestler he goes. That's not for positioner, that's on Steve Pepper, who's bronze. As there goes Rich for the win.
He's gonna get it.
And so yeah, for as long as Sam, actually, Sam could get James here.
Beese.
Don't think he's going to get McIntyre, but he could get James.
Well done.
Hopefully it cuts to him at some point.
Nice one, Mark.
Is it?
Well, very, very close.
Less than a second. And we're instead watching Steve Pepper.
Yes. Watching the gaggle formation.
Yeah, it looks like Sam has finished behind.
And someone has just decided they've had enough.
Yeah. Yeah, Sam's finished behind there. As you see him and James, they were very, very close at the end there. Would have been nice to see that. So that is the end then of a very interesting Spa.
Yeah, fairly quiet for the first about half, and then things really spice up in about that last 20-25 minutes.
Yeah, no, 100%. As we see Meesters, Meesters, Pepper, Renwick, McIntyre, Stott is the top 5 bronze then. So I do believe that Rick got 10 points last time. I might be wrong, actually.
So Stott was a very good recovery there.
Yeah, that's definitely helped. And then it's Sloots, Hudson, Shan, Tome, and Bond, the top 5 of silver. And I believe that's Timon very ahead now. Again, we'll see in a second. And obviously,
Murphy, Martinez being top 5 in gold.
Yeah.
Vasquez with honestly still impressive to be where he is considering the incident with Tour.
No, a really impressive result from him.
But I'll be honest, I feel like that race could have been a lot more for him.
Yeah, and I think the same for a lot of drivers. You know, Sam had that lap 1 incident where, I mean, he should have really been fighting for the podium there, and that's unfortunate for him. Tour obviously was taken fully out of the race pretty much. And then,
but I think Vasquez, honestly, the reason I bring that one up the most is I feel like that one might have been the most self-inflicted.
I would agree. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I mean that was. I mean, fair play to him.
I mean, as we saw for the first half of the race, he's very, very quick.
It's weird, isn't it? Because maybe he overcooked his tires or something, but
maybe honestly,
it did feel like just that last sort of 15 minutes, everybody was just on him, and he couldn't escape. You know. And Merrin running P4, P3 most of the race, and then...
Yeah, and then just the moment he gets in the lead, he takes off like a rocket ship.
Yeah, fair play to him. That was really impressive to watch. Yeah, so that's Sigler, Martinez, and Hugavine, top 3 for gold then. And Sam's got... Oh, this is overall. Okay. Yeah, so... Is this... I'm confused here.
I think this is overall. I think...
Yeah, it must be, right?
Yeah.
We're good at our job.
Yeah, we're amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, and Russell having a real nightmare actually of the season. I suppose. I mean, these are all 0 points, so
These are our overalls. So.
yeah, and this is all 0 and
I think Russell did actually have a pretty decent finish silver-wise. I mean, I think he was about like 5th, 6th, wasn't he?
Yeah, I want to say I saw him doing pretty well. I mean, he's just at the bottom. I suppose it just goes off of either name or, you know, finish position on average or something like that. So this is the championship standings then. So we've got Hudson, Sloots and Chan for silver. Hudson and Sloots are tied, so it looks like...
Tied?
Yeah, it looks like...
They've got a pretty good lead over Chan, so I think that really the two to watch this season might be Hudson and Sloots.
Yeah, 100%. That's looking to be a really nice fight there. Chan actually has gone up to P3 on Mark Kelly after race 2. Yeah, so I was wrong. So we've got Rich Meester's 39.
3 points.
Yeah, puts in ahead, and then we've got Sam Stott and Peter McIntyre.
McIntyre and Steve Pepper are also pretty close. So I think.
Yeah, I mean this could go any way really. I think the top 3 are all very close, aren't they? Within 9 points. That's easily done in any race. And here's the team championship. So Wizards, of course, at the top. Revolution E-Racing, P2. Those were the Audis we saw. And then Wizards and Wizards again. Risky Racing.
Oh, my head.
Oh.
My mic literally just died on me, so now I'm
no.
having it. I'm charging it in a very, very not comfortable position while looking at my screen. So
that's okay. But yeah, so I mean, Wizards looking really strong, aren't they?
yes.
You can tell QRS is struggling a bit. That's Sam's team. He doesn't have a teammate, so I think he's going into it not expecting this to be a team championship result. Next round then, Watkins Glen. You know much about Watkins Glen?
Yeah, I mean it's one of my at least the cup variations are one of my personal favorites.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm pretty bad with boot.
I love the boot. Yeah, I think that'll be a very good one to watch.
I honestly might
hop
into that one.
Your mic has died, but it's all okay because that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching very much, and we'll see you soon.
Everyone.
And you can finish recording.